Hey everybody, it's Janelle Hunman from the Career Development Center. Welcome to this little quick introduction of the Career Development Center's website, of the services and resources that we use. We have been meeting with you all as counseling students in this class for quite some years now. And I love to do it, though in the evenings it's a little bit harder with my family schedule. But I did go through the counseling program here at Kutztown myself. For school counseling a long time ago. So I like to talk to you all because I've been there, done that. And I really like to show students, you all graduate students, what resources we have to offer undergraduates in case you have a decision to make about working with students with their career path, regardless if you are working in the school setting, if you're working in the community setting, or even here at the college level. So I'm going to give you a couple resources that you can use and hopefully take to your own practice or position in the future. So I'm going to share my screen and I want to show you the Career Development Center's website here at Kutztown. Obviously, you will be job searching yourself in the future. So I want you to look at it from that perspective as well. So Career Development Center, we have determined that we should probably put our big resources right at the top of the page when a student gets to our website. And I'll go through these in a second, but then we also provide just a quick overview of what's upcoming, what's happening here in the Career Center for the month or for the next couple weeks. So those posters are always listed. But at the top, you'll see a clicking for a button for Handshake. Handshake is where we post every job, every internship, every on-campus job that comes. And frankly, that's where we do all of our work is within Handshake. So when a student needs to schedule an appointment with the Career Development Center, it's that link. If a student wants to attend the job fair for educators, they have to go into Handshake. So it's where we do most of our work. And I know that you'll find that resource, that workspace for you when you get into your job. But Handshake is where we do all of our work. So that's the big resource. Cooter Journey. This is an assessment, and we'll get into that one a little bit later because I want to show you all the assessments that we give students, but we put that link right up front. Going Global. The next link down is where we as the Career Development Center want students to go to this resource if they're looking for international internships or international jobs. It is just a great resource compiled by career people in other countries, people who do the same job I do, but in different countries. And it's much more knowledgeable about the career resources and what is needed for internships and jobs searching in those other countries. Candid Career is where we, as the Career Development Center, have some videos, not some, a lot of videos of people doing their informational interviewing. So if you're thinking of going into school psychology. There is a school psychologist video on there of someone talking about what their daily life is like, how they got to where they are, what are the good things, what are the bad things. So it's a video resource library, and students who are doing the major search get into that and start viewing those videos just so they can hear about the day to day. And then the last resource on here is Big Interview. Big Interview is where there are places for you to practice interviewing. We know that interviewing is a skill that can be practiced and can be improved. And Big Interview is the place for you to practice that. So you yourself could be using that to practice. You'll just log in using your KU credentials. So those are the big resources that we have to offer. The next piece I want to review with you are our assessments that we have students take. So yes, we have the CDC services for students, but we have an online resource library tab down here that you can open up. And then there are career tests. And that takes us to our career assessments that we offer. Career Key, and I'm going to start with that one because that is probably the one we use the least here in the Career Development Center, but it's listed there because it is a free assessment for anyone to take. So let's say an incoming student wants to take a career assessment. We can guide them to that area and they can take it without being a KU student, without having login information. And frankly, with us being a state system university, we need to have some sort of access for residents of the state of Pennsylvania. Again, we are a regional institution owned by the state, so we have to have some resources there for the public. So that's Career Key. Journey Career Assessment is the resource that is taken by most incoming freshmen during the orientation phase. The other piece of the Journey Career Assessment is that it will work towards your Holland Code. And if you have taken the careers class yet, you know that John Holland was one of the big career theorists out there. And the Journey Career will give these incoming freshmen, or you if you would take it as well, your Holland Code. And John Holland, very simply, if you don't remember, John Holland stated that if you can find a career environment that is congruent with your personality, you will probably be more happy in your career and more successful. So we give those incoming freshmen their Holland Code so that they can start doing more research, because we know about 80% of incoming freshmen are frankly just clueless about what major to be. They might state they have a major, but they're really clueless. So we want to give them that information. And we as a university have purchased unlimited access codes for students to use. Again, you would have to use your KU login, and that's where, in difference with the Career Key, where the public can use it, the Journey Career Assessment is only for an incoming student here at Kutztown or a current student like yourself. The last one, which are the Strengths Finder. Strengths Finder is a Gallup institution, not institution, a Gallup presentation assessment. Sorry, I'm a little distracted by the handshake that came up, or the thumbs up that came up in the right hand corner of the screen. Not sure where it came from. But anyways, back to Strengths Finder. This is a Gallup assessment. Myself and Carrie Gardy, our director, were trained on this for 4 days out in Omaha, Nebraska. So this is not just some fluky thing that we create here at Kutztown. This is a very valid, very reliable assessment that we take. And then after the students take the assessment, they are given their top 5 strengths. You could do some research on this and kind of do the fakie of it, or if you had wanted to pay the $19.99, we could have you take it. But Strengths Finder is really to give a student, again, more in the FYS sections of their undergraduate or in senior seminar. So those are the 2 courses that we work with Strengths Finder. We want to give that freshman student the opportunity to have what they're really good at. Their top 5 themes, and how they can make academic goals for themselves using those strengths, how they can set personal goals, maybe even time management goals, whatever they need to do. This is giving them their strengths. So the strengths piece is important for the freshman student, but it's also very important for the senior student, because then it starts going into how am I going to use those strengths when I am working in a group environment. We all know that you may not work with others on a very daily basis in a full-time professional career, but you will have the opportunity and will be working with people on projects, maybe on Teams or on Zoom, whatever it might be. So this gives you those top 5 strengths, but it also introduces you to how you look at other people using their top 5 strengths. So the Strengths Finder assessment is much more in depth, in my opinion. Those are those 3 assessments that we have to offer here. We have tons of other resources that we have on our website. Some identity-based resources. So if a student is coming to us as a person with a disability, we have those career considerations for those people. And it talks about some of the programs that we offer here at Kutztown and some of the programs that are out in the world today for helping students in these different areas and these different labels. I hate to use the word labels, but these new resources that are out there. So I want you to take some time. I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now. I want you to take some time to go ahead and look at our website. If you have any questions about any of the resources that we have to offer, or you yourself need to make a career coaching appointment, my email address is henry@kutztown.edu. Hope you have a great evening, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.